Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another short video from our Bible Prophecy Bites series that help our viewers to understand key biblical prophecies that point to the soon return of Jesus Christ. My name is Steve Monette, and I will be with you for the next few minutes. So for today's video, I want to talk about peace and safety and sudden destruction. Many of you are very familiar with 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. And in my last video, I made a very strong case showing a distinct and repeatable pattern where every time a sitting U.S. president proposes a peace plan where Israel is asked to give up some of its God-given promised land in exchange for peace, a sudden and catastrophic natural disaster strikes the USA. And this has happened over 10 times since the first Bush presidency. So I would definitely encourage you to go back and look at this video, and I've provided the link in the description box below. And I know that you will find this evidence to be undeniable. But today's video is different. I want to focus more specifically on the Trump peace plan and the promise of sudden destruction. And as we all know, the Trump peace plan is being heralded as being the deal of the century. And from most media accounts, this plan is supposedly well thought out and has conceptual approval from several Arab countries. And it is supposedly different than all other past efforts and includes significant monetary incentives to the Palestinians. Well, we all know that the USA has recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and many expect that this gesture will come at a significant cost to Israel. But here are the absolutely terrifying facts as they exist today. The details of the plan have not even been made public yet and have only been discussed in private meetings. Yet, we have still seen that same horrific pattern of destruction upon the USA. Not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. And there was one detail of this peace plan that has managed to leak out. And that detail is perhaps the most frightening. Jason Greenblatt has said that Gaza and the West Bank, considered by the world to be occupied territories, should be united. And if that were to occur, this would result in cutting Israel in half and giving a section of it to the Palestinians. Think about this for a moment. Our government is proposing that Israel's land be cut in half. I repeat, Israel to be cut in half? What do you think God will say to this plan? Can you imagine his response? Let me just give you a glimpse of his response so far. On August 24th, 2017, Jason Greenblatt, Jared Kushner, and others met with Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu in Tel Aviv to discuss this peace plan, otherwise known as the deal of the century. 2 days later, Hurricane Harvey hit the coast of Texas as a Category 4 hurricane with 140-mile-per-hour winds. Then, after hitting Texas, Harvey bounced back into the ocean, gained additional strength, and then went on to hit Louisiana. And after all was said and done, over 100 people were dead and $125 billion in damage were inflicted on the hardest hit regions. Then, on October 5th, 2018, Jason Greenblatt again met with several senators to brief them on the Trump peace plan. 2 days later, Hurricane Michael exploded in strength and charged up to the Florida coast and hit the Panhandle on October 11th, 2018 as a Category 5 hurricane, with estimates to be over $10 billion in damages and 29 dead and hundreds still unaccounted for. Finally, on November 1st, 2018, the Jerusalem Post reported that Jason Greenblatt was scheduled to arrive in Tel Aviv on the weekend of November 3rd for meetings with Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu to reveal the peace plan in its final form. 5 days later, on November 8th, 2018, California was hit with the largest wildfire in its entire history. And this fire was called by many as being biblical and even apocalyptic. At present time, about 100 are dead and hundreds more unaccounted for. And the fires are still raging as of the making of this video on 11/18/18. And the damage in dollars is estimated to be hundreds of billions of dollars and will likely rise exponentially once the fires are out and the smoke clears. Brothers and sisters, I want you to think about this for a minute. The peace plan details have only been discussed in private meetings, and yet God has poured his wrath upon the USA 3 separate times. Try to imagine what will happen when the full details of the plan are released to the public. And according to media reports, that will happen on or around December 1st of 2018. And if that peace plan divides Israel into 3 parts, which many believe it will, then I sincerely hope that your heart is right with Jesus. For he will likely unleash sudden destruction upon the USA in a manner that will, quite frankly, destroy this once great nation and cut it into 3 parts. And if you think that this claim is off the wall, then take a look at this map that shows the location of the Craton plate boundaries within the USA. And as you can see, this plate clearly divides the country into 3 distinct regions. And if an earthquake were to strike this plate, it would easily split the country into 3 and destroy the USA forever. So again, brothers and sisters, the time for judgment is nearly upon this country, and time is about to run out. And if you know anybody in your immediate circle of family and friends who isn't saved, now would be the time to start pleading with them to accept the free gift of salvation that Christ offers all of us. I would ask you, please pray on this matter. This is of such importance. The writing on the wall is there for all to see, if you have not been blinded by the enemy. Take the time, prove all things to yourself, and most of all, reach out to your lost family and friends one last time. The time is very, very short. So until the next video, may the Lord keep you and bless you, to make his face to shine upon you until that great day. Keep the faith, keep looking up, for our redemption draws near. Thanks for watching, everybody.